that deep, you know. The TV and shows, or the music on the radio. Yeah, it can go. When the cussing in a song become a ritual for believers. Almost like we're not seeing how lukewarm the water's changed. Don't you know? If you're not hot and you're not cold, you're lukewarm. Just the kind God spits out, and that's a warning. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. Not quite that easy, no. Knowing I must forgo, miss out on all I've come to know. But it can go. Oh, I've been on the last going half dressed as believers. Almost like we're not seeing how lukewarm the water's changed. Don't you know? If you're not hot and you're not cold, you're lukewarm. Just the kind God spits out, and that's a warning. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. Gotta change, toss it all away. Forget what lies behind, strain for what's ahead. Cause if I'm not changed, what's to show for my faith? Maybe today will be the day. Don't you know? If you're not hot and you're not cold, you're lukewarm. Just the kind God spits out, and that's a warning. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. One thing I ain't is that desperate for worldly things. Don't you know? If you're not hot and you're not cold, you're lukewarm. Just the kind God spits out, and that's a warning. One thing I hate is that desperate for worldly things. One thing I hate is that desperate for worldly things. Don't you know? If you're not cold, you're lukewarm. Just the kind God spits out, and that's a warning. One thing I ain't that desperate for worldly things. One thing I ain't that desperate for worldly things.